Here's your forecast from the First Alert Weather Team.
5:11 on a Tuesday. It's great to have your company this morning. We'll hit your dog walking forecast a little early on this Tongue Out Tuesday. And to help with that, we'll bring in Sasha. Brian, thanks for the photo from a recent trip to Oak Island. Sasha has the tennis ball and, of course, the tongue out. So that satisfies the requirements of a Tongue Out Tuesday. We're not going to be panting because it's warm. Oh, my goodness. We got to the 60s yesterday. That's going to show up in the record books as like a blip on what's been a cold January. And we're back to that regularly scheduled programming today with brightening skies and cold breezes, wind chills as low as around 20 first thing this morning. Bundle up even despite sunshine in the noon and 5 slots. Our temperature is getting no past the 40s, I feel like. And here's your winds. Of course, the flags in the circle responding to some cold northwesterlies this morning. We're checking out OIB on your Easy Pro Express First Alert Skycam network. Temperatures as expected in the upper 20s and lower 30s. And again, the winds adding a little bit of an extra bite here at now 512. Most sites are 10 to 20 degrees lower than this time yesterday. We were ahead of a cold front, and now we're not only on the colder but the drier side of the front. And look at this eastern U.S. view. Our next precipitation system not in the frame. So is this a January look or what? You get out your magnifying glass, you may be able to see a few sprinkles in the Florida Straits, but everywhere else the radar is detecting precipitation. It's all in the form of snowflakes, especially downwind of the Great Lakes. So that lake effect machine is still cranking. Yesterday, 0.14 inches of rain in the gauge at ILM Airport. So a really modest amount. Weren't expecting any flooding with some of those showers, although they were briefly heavy. And so from a January standpoint, of course, by extension, a 2025 standpoint, at least we're on the board. But remember, we carried a deficit and a moderate drought in from 2024. So we need to keep tabs on that rain situation as we slowly work our way through winter and eventually into spring. We will do that. Okay, so speaking of precipitation chances, we do have some with our next system knocking on the door and or moving in late Friday. A little bit more of a spike there Friday night into Saturday. Temperatures are going to be an interesting animal with this, as we'll at least flirt with the freezing mark there Friday night. So it's not out of the question a wintry mix line could at least get close to us there for Friday night. We will continue to advise and alert. But of course, the dry nights adjacent to that little spike, very cold, hard freezes, keep you taking care of those cold sensitive people, pets, plants, even pipes in your life. And look at the daytime temperatures. Kim and Bill, warm weather fans punching air right now because we're in the heart of winter with those numbers.
Yeah, big change there. And you said you drove just a couple hours and noticed the temperature difference yesterday.
I told him earlier it was like a force field. It was 67 when I left. It was 35 when I got to Raleigh. And in a matter of miles, you could just see it go,
Start dropping.
whoa, yeah.
That cold front was sharp as a tack. And so now we're all on the colder side.
All right, thanks, Ken.
We need to have a